Nitrogen Museum 2, starring Ben Stiller and a few other famous faces. Hello and welcome back, my name is Dave and I'm your host for today. The first one here at Night in the Museum is 2-disc special edition. Got a nice sparkly box that goes with it. Look at that. Oh, that is quite something, isn't it? I hope you can see that on camera, but that's an exquisite box, I tell you. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely. That's on the back there. And Night in the Museum 2 is just a standard edition. Nothing special about this. But notice, I take this sticker off. Oh. Come on, let's get. Hang on, back in a minute. Okay, and we're back again. Right, what I was going to show you was, you notice how big the Roman soldier is, and the cowboy is, on the case compared to everything else. Because usually they should be smaller than said monkeys in the bottom corner, shouldn't they? They should be about the same sort of size that the logo, the PG logo, which the camera doesn't want to look at, but basically I've gone and scraped the stickiness off the case, but I hate when people put sticky labels on the frickin' case. Don't put on there. Anyway, as we've got the first one on the screen, I'm putting the sleeve back inside the case. So have a little look at the first one, shall we? First one, Night in the Museum, is a 2006 American fantasy comedy. Very good, actually. Directed by Sean Levy and written by Robert Ben Garant. Based on the 1993 children's book of the same name by Corrosion, and the film stars Ben Stiller as Larry Daly, a divorced father who applies for a job as a night watchman at the city's New York City's Natural Museum, Natural History Museum. That's what we call Night in the Museum for. Wow, I love the fact you got 2 discs in here and got this bit of bollocks in there, but you don't ever need that. Which again, it does some of the casing, but I love the disc one. I love the dinosaur, got Rex on there. That's fantastic. So this one on here, so you get confused. And this 2's got Dum Dum. I like that. That is special features disc, guys. You got the guys in the background. A couple of guys, you know, they asked I'd sex something, but yeah, anyway, the little guys in the background. But a very, very good film. It was released in December 2006 by 20th Century Fox, the first installment of the trilogy. The film was a box office success despite receiving mixed reviews and critics. Grossers over $574 million. Even a camera can't imagine such numbers. Let's have a go in, shall we? Let's have a little look at the back, shall we? Come on then. There we go. A magical and fun-packed comedy adventure. Ben Stiller leads an all-star cast including Robin Williams in this hilarious blockbuster hit. When Larry Daly is hired as a museum watchman, discovers that all the exhibits come to life after the sun sets. It's just quite nice, actually. He also tries to get his son in to believe that this is what this is what happens at night. But one night they go back and it doesn't happen. Then he breaks the boy's heart. The boy didn't believe his father, so he walks off in shame. And everyone starts laughing, you know. But one night, Larry drags his son back into the museum, and everything comes to life. And Larry even finds himself a nice girl, actually, you know, a nice, pretty girl. And he convinces her to go and talk to this little lady behind the glass. I'm not going to pronounce the name, so I'm not going to bother. Special features are really not too bad, so I reckon. So, for some reason, it's got a McFly music video on here. Nothing really most people are watching these days. McFly, never mind. Was something back in the day, but don't feel like they're anything anymore. Delete scenes and extra scenes, extended scenes are very good, actually. It just says back here somewhere. Very nice. Got the commentary and all that, and Stagecoach and Rex's Bone. That's all very good stuff, actually. I can't fault it. It's very nice. You got that man here in the corner, Ricky Gervais. He had something, I'll tell you. A bit of comedy in there, lightens the mood, but gives that sort of a very strong sort of manager side of things. Very good, very good. Anyway, let's crack on. But the second one that's on the floor because he fell off earlier. Night in Museum 2. Da-ba-da-bam. Anyway, this one, yeah, they're all the same height. This one, there's a tablet in this young man's room, but it gets stolen by the night guard, the 3 old night guards who you see in the first one. They're the reason why Larry got the job in the first place, because they're retiring. And basically, they steal the tablet because it gives them youth in age back in the, make them younger again, give them back their age that they used to back in the day. So instead of being around the 75-year-old mark, they'd be in their mid-20s or 30s sort of thing. And anyway, the whole story erupts, and basically everyone comes alive because they try and get the tablet back. And they go from like one place to another, and they go to the White House, and they go see Lincoln, isn't it? I think is a seat that is on the seat. The White House, in front of the White House, is it, or somewhere? House is somewhere. Anyway, he gets up, does a bit of chit chat with everyone, and then he sits back down. Of course, everyone fights. Got the nice fighting they got between. It's like the 1930s sort of gangsters. Let's have a little zoom in. So you got the good guys. You got Larry, the old manager man, and of course you got this beautiful girl pilot. Can't remember her name now, but I'll figure it later when I read the script on the back end. Then you got the bad guys. You got the Napoleon. You know who Napoleon is? If not, look at the Napoleonic Wars. It's basically when the British fought the French in France because Napoleon tried to take over and take up the country and do something and all that sort of stuff. Really interesting, actually. You should find out. And you got the 1930s, 1920s gangsters. Let's have a look. That's far as I can go. Oh. Don't zoom out. Go focus. Go focus. Larry Daly finds himself in the biggest, most mind-boggling family adventure yet when history comes to life in the local museum. This time it's bigger, the adventure's more wilder, and the bad guys are even more, well, evil, or so they like to think anyway. As the Egyptian pharaoh plans to take over the world, leading all the cast, including Amy Adams, Owen Wilson, Hank Azaria, I think it is, Steve Coogan, Ricky Gervais, and Robin Williams, Larry ends up taking a huge tackling a huge squid, that's it, I can read that right, and rather pesky monkeys, takes on his biggest job yet to save the museum and his friends and place in history. Of course, the museum closed down as well, partway closed down, and everyone gets moved to somewhere else. So they got to try and fight to keep it going, sort of thing, and raise people come in, and try and raise awareness, sort of thing. And it works. The museum stays open. They're all good news. Very good, actually. The special features not as good as the first one. It's very limited, but you're not going to stick around too long for that. Very good films, well. Films, whenever you do a sequel, they're never as good. You can tell that it's not as good as the first one. It's never going to be. There is a third one I've not watched yet, so we'll review that at a later point. Yeah, very good. Good. Don't get your hopes up too much, but it's very good. It leads on very nicely. New story, new plot. Obviously, doesn't quite tie in, apart from the cast. But I mean what it means. It's fine. It's fine. So thank you very much for watching this episode. Video, film, whatever you want to call it. Recommendation, review, all that sort of stuff in between. Please click on that like and subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below in the comment section of a film you'd like me to see. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.